Hey guys, welcome to another video of Marlow Contest of Champions. I hope you guys really enjoyed the 6-part series of 6.1 completion for Easy Cavalier with 455 champs. Now today we'll be starting off with the difficult parts, and we'll start with 6.16 and then we'll make our way back to 6.11. So today we'll be tackling Delirium and Electric Fluctuations Path. Delirium is reverse control, so if you swipe back you will dash forward with your character, and if you swipe forward you will dash back with your character. It's a fun little tricky node. I have a couple of ways how I manage it, so we will discuss it in the video ahead. And then the other node is going to be electric fluctuations, so all your robots who are immune to delirium, but because it has an electric fluctuations node, they reduce their ability accuracy. So using robots on this path won't be a good idea. The first two fights are without the Delirium node. They only have the global node, that is Hurt Locker. So you cannot use the same special attack twice in a row, otherwise you will get a lot of damage. So the first one we have is against Moon Knight. Pretty simple fight. I just use Warlock to bleed him out and kill him off really quick, so just to get a good warm up. So the real fight starts from the next one, that is against Havok. Also guys, as usual this will be like a 20-21 minute video, so if you want to jump ahead to any other fight, I will leave the timestamps in the description down below. Make sure to check them out. And if you like the video and if you enjoy what you see, kindly like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, let me know what was your strategy going into this. All of that really helps me out a lot. Next fight is against Havok. The best way to fight this is to have an armor up champ, so anybody like Angela, Colossus or Warlock will work easily. Then it just becomes like a simple fight like any other champ. You don't have to worry about the plasma damage. Just like right now, I'm just using Colossus and hitting into him, and it becomes a very straightforward and simple fight. I'm using a mixture of 455 champs and rank 565s, but I would really suggest that you have 3 to 4 rank 5 champs if you want to start exploring 6.1. If not, you can use 455 champs as well, but make sure you boost really well. Make sure you use the damage boost and then the auto power boost. All of that will make the fights really short. Especially the next path we do would be Aspect of War, and for that you just need to kill them off quickly before they get unblockable. So make sure if you use 455 you boost, and if you want it even faster you can use your rank 5 champs and then use a boost as well. So next fight is against Medusa. She has Delirium and Electric Fluctuations. So you can't use any robot against her because of ability reduction. So I usually have two ways to deal with Delirium. One is I will either use Psychic Immune champs, so like Emma Frost, Magneto, Mr. Sinister, Juggernaut, or I will use champ who are very heavy attack base, so for example Captain America Infinity War, Colossus, Corvus Glaive, Hyperion, Warlock. All you need to do is parry and use your heavy. Parry and heavy, and just rinse and repeat that. Build up to L3, and when you feel like you're gonna be cornered, you just use your L3, make some space, and go back again to parry and heavy. And becomes a very simple and easy fight. Next up is Blade. So the thing you need to be careful about with Blade is to make sure he doesn't go to 2 bar of power, because for every bar of power filled, he shrugs off his debuffs faster. So at 2 bars of power, you won't be able to stun him or parry him and then use your heavy into him. He will shrug it off and then he will come back and hit you really hard. So you can either use a parry heavy champion, or you can use Emma Frost or any one of those psychic immune champions, because they will all have class advantage on him, so he will die really fast. So this is what happens when you don't use a Delirium immune champ. So once you get hit once, you think you're gonna dash back, but you actually dash forward. Then you try to do it again, and then it happens again. So you get confused, or at least I do, or most of the average players do, and you get hit again and again, and a good fight just ends up really bad and you just die. And you will see right here how that happens. Nebula is the next fight. Nothing something hard about it. I just went with Corvus because I could get another charge on him. I already got one charge from Medusa from his auto blow. So again, as you see, I'm just gonna go with parry into heavy, and then again parry into heavy. I'm not gonna go and do something different, because that's the best way to deal with Delirium if you don't have an immune champ. So at this point most of your path is done. So I just need Hyperion, or I need Corvus Glaze for the boss. So I was like, you know what, let me just go and try and Doom. And again, it was Delirium, so it was fun trying to play with inverted controls. But I didn't think I'd last long. I had to go back and get another champ and then bring him down. But it was fun nonetheless.
I hope you enjoy the fight. Next opponent is Corvus Glaive. Again, I'm going with Doom. There's also nothing so special about this fight. Just parry into heavy, and then you can bring him down. So it will be a really quick fight. I understand a lot of people will be like, you have such good champs at rank 5, so it's easier for you than for someone who's just been uncollected. So my advice to you is, if you have just finished Act 5 and you're coming to Act 6, do the initial completion with 455 champs. Check out my playlist on Act 6.1 and do your initial completion, and then jump into the variants. Variant 2, 3, 4, they will give you 3 rank 5 gems, and you will have a better roster to come into 6.1. Again, the whole purpose of these guides is to make sure that you spend the least amount of units. So having more rank 5s is going to be really helpful, but still, if you don't want to jump into variants and you still want to explore this, I would suggest boosting really heavily once you start doing this. Make sure you have enough energy refills and you have your boost with you, so you can just sit in one go and destroy all of this. The final fight before the boss is going to be Kingpin. He is a bit difficult in that regard that he shrugs off all your debuffs, so you won't be able to parry and hit him. And another thing that you need to be careful about is you don't push him to an L2, because his L2 is pretty annoying and deals a lot of block damage as well, and sometimes you're not able to block it properly. So I would highly suggest to have at least one robot or at least one psychic immune on your team, so at least you can fight Kingpin in a normal way. You don't have to worry about the inverted controls. Your only concern would be, okay, he will shrug off debuffs, so all you need to do is to push him to L1, let him use his L1 and kill him off. So that's the only pointer from this fight. Try to reduce the number of things you have to worry about. So if you bring a Delirium immune champ, at least you don't have to worry about inverted controls. You just have to worry about Kingpin and his L1s. The boss fight is against Sentinel. There are no inverted controls on this one. He has just this annoying ability that he will reduce everybody's damage against him unless they are cosmic champions. So a really good option to go against would be Medusa, because Medusa not only has cosmic advantage on him, but also her armor shatter reduces ability accuracy. So Sentinel is a robot, so Medusa would be the best option. Also, you need to be wary about that he has Plagued Mind, so every 25 seconds your power will be cut off, and also for the first 15 to 20 seconds of the fight there will be fist cuffs, so you won't have any of your charges from Corvus Glaive or any buffs that you have on your hero. Any healings on Dr. Voodoo, they won't proc. And also he is sun immune, so the only way to go through it is to hit him in his block, push him to L1, and then just dodge his L1 and go back hitting him. Just keep repeating that cycle until he goes down. But the fast champion who brings him down the fastest is Hyperion, because Hyperion keeps gaining his power through his buffs, so power gain buffs. So all you need to do is cycle L2 and L1. You can even reach to L3 with Hyperion, because it's so simple and easy with Hyperion. This video I have gone ahead and used Corvus. The next video I do on a different path, I will use Hyperion, so you can have a look at that as well. So the key fights for this path that you need to look out for would be, you need to bring a counter for Havok, that is there in the beginning, the second fight. Then you need to be wary about Medusa with electric fluctuations and Delirium, so you need to bring a counter for that. Magneto works very nicely. Even somebody with a parry heavy style also works very fine against her, so you need to make sure that you have that covered. And then before the boss you have Kingpin, so because he shrugs off abilities very quick and it might get a bit confusing playing with inverted control, so I would really suggest bring one champ at least who is psychic immune, so you can just easily bring Kingpin down. So these are your three key fights in this section, in this path, and then it's the boss again, and that's about it. I hope you find this video useful and it helps you do this path with no units used at all. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a comment down below, share with your friends, like the video, subscribe to the channel. All of that really helps me out a lot, and I hope you guys are staying safe. And other than that guys, have a great day and I'll see you next time.